What I'm about to show you guys is absolutely incredible, and if Rockstar makes another DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online, which Take-Two Interactive and the higher-ups at that company have said that's going to be the case, that After Hours is not the end, then this would be an absolutely incredible update. And as always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Would you like to see something like this added into the game? I know I certainly would. But anyways, let's dive into it. This DLC was created, or I should say this concept, was created by Wackadoodle-Doo, a user on the GTA forum site. And I will leave a link to the thread that he has created. I'll also be showing a lot on the screen right now. So this update, I will say the only thing I don't like about it, to be completely honest with you, is the name. I think it is a mouthful to say. But the name of the update would be Grand Theft Auto Online Mounting Bulls and Riding Bears. Now, when I first heard that, I was like, okay, this has got to be some sort of wilderness update, but apparently that has something to do with more like stock market, stuff like that. So, like I said, I'll leave details to it in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. The description is, it's about time that we grew out of the gritty gunplay of the streets of Los Santos and evolved into a more sophisticated form of crime. We're tossing out that blood-soaked tank top for a starched dress shirt and tacky tie as you grope the boss sack and yank out your reward from the Liberty City National Exchange. Be prepared to work alongside your pervy patriarch Lester Crest and the self-proclaimed market guru Carl Kelly as you bend the crippling economy to your favor. Now, in case you guys don't know who Carl Kelly is, he is the finance reporter for Weasel News, and he's also the author of the book Mounting Bulls and Riding Bears, which is where the name comes from. So he's a finance guy. Let's just say that. So Wackadoodle-Doo, this is the same guy that created the Outrun Overdrive concept that we've actually covered on the channel, I'd say maybe about a year ago. So before we even dive into this, really the theme of this update would be about stocks, finance, manipulating markets to your advantage, something we saw in single player a lot but have never seen in online. So these are the features of this update. The Boss Sack and LCN markets are now available for Grand Theft Auto Online across all platforms. Players can now start a boiler room business to fluctuate the Boss Sack market in their favor. The new market manipulation work can be launched from your Boiler Room Director's Office, which allows players to manage Boss Sack investments and profit directly from the gains and losses of the LCN market companies. The new rideshare service, Pliffer, is now available via the Pliffer phone app, contact, and website. So I'm assuming that's like a parody of Uber or Lyft. So now we have rideshare available, which is kind of cool. New vehicles are rolling into dealerships and off military depots, which we'll take a look at in a little bit, like the Grotty De Novo, Truffade A-Type, and more. There's a wide selection of new clothing and cosmetic options that have been added on the trade floor. There's been a new selection of weapons for cutting down the competition as well, which we'll look at in a bit. New companies have been added to the Boss Sack, such as Avon, Pliffer, and GANG. Is that supposed to be Ganja? I have no idea. That's pretty cool, though. A new crew classification, Bean Counters, has been added as an option for crews on the Rockstar Social Club, and some new contact missions, such as Stocks and Scares, have been retired and rolled into the market manipulation missions. So those are all the new features, which, again, we'll touch on in a little bit. There's also other improvements as well. Fleeca banks across the state are now opened and can be targeted for robberies. Armored trucks have returned to the streets of Los Santos. Safes in the back of convenience stores can now be broken into, either by brute force or delicate fingering, as they say. That's an interesting way to put it. Special cargo can now be delivered by driving or landing in a Corona without the player having to enter the warehouse, similar to business battles. I like that feature a lot. Players can now block contacts on their phone. Thank you very much. Players can now rappel out of all stationary helicopters. That's cool. The JB-700 can now be recommissioned upon research upgrades in your bunker. Certain personal aircrafts can now be launched from the CEO office. Improvements to the Pegasus and personal vehicle system, and other minor bugs, fixes, and improvements. So pretty cool stuff so far. So this DLC is taking its main inspirations from Mad Men and The Wolf of Wall Street, which I think were amazing movies and TV shows in general. So that's pretty awesome. So what about the Boss Sack? What is this? So this is the description. Players should be on the lookout for correspondence from esteemed financial analyst Carl Kelly. Writer of the Market Crashing book, Mounting Bulls and Riding Bears, A Guide to the Stocks. Carl has started working closely with prolific stock exchange conspirator Lester Crest, and together they hope to include you in their newest joint venture of capitalistic manipulation and conquest. Purchase a new boiler room office from your Maze Bank foreclosure website and start up your new company. Hire a staff of eager interns who will begin pushing your stocks, suggestions, and oblivious citizens of Los Santos and sway the boss sack to your favor. So again, this is really cool dealing with, stocks and, market manipulation. I think that's pretty awesome. He goes on to say, purchasing upgrades to staffing, equipment, and office space will allow your small 4-cubicle office to expand into a bustling cesspool of corporate swindle. Just be ready to adjust your trades and keep an eye on the market to ensure your funds stay growing. And then you've got the Liberty City National Exchange. From the director's office computer, players can launch market manipulation missions for or against major LCN exchange rivals. Launching a bull or bear move from here will either contribute to the increase of value to the stock of the company or decrease rival stock value upon completion. So that's kind of cool. You can do things that would benefit you, or you could do things that would hurt your enemies. Now, what about those market manipulations? You've got bear moves. So these moves will always attack the competition directly, resulting in the loss of their stock of little value. The overall goal from a bear market movement is for the company to lose share value, which can increase a competitor's stock worth, as well as the affected company's stocks a good purchase later on when at a more cost-effective buying price. So we're getting into a little bit of economics here, and I'll save some of the more in-depth stuff for you guys to actually read for yourself because it is pretty interesting. But those are bear moves. And then bull moves, where in contrast to the lumbering loss that will come with a bear move, the bull move charge into a china shop with the intent of driving up stock value. These positions will allow your investments to steadily gain value by improving public image, stifling competition, and getting a hold on market secrets for your corporate allies to profit from. So that's, again, a really cool concept, just rising and lowering stocks to ultimately benefit you. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Let's talk about these 6 new vehicles that Rockstar would end up introducing in this update. The first is the Grotty De Novo, as you guys can see here. This is really cool, sleek, stylish, and provided by the lumped together investments of desperate suckers. The Grotty De Novo is a stunning symbol of turn-of-the-century capitalism and perceived affluence. Whether it's from a trust fund or mutual fund, someone else's money will put you behind the wheel of this beautifully crafted Italian symbol of phallic superiority. That's the Grotty De Novo. The next vehicle is the Lombardi Oryx, which is based off of the Lamborghini Urus. Being an American calls for specific identity traits, a looming sense of entitlement, intrusive patriotism, and a consistent need to show off that you're as vile as you were in your early 20s. Nothing gives you this all as well as charging the force of a raging bull like the Lombardi Oryx. Pretty cool. After that, we've got the Truffade A-Type, which is based off of the Bugatti Type 41 Royale. Show off your ridiculously amassed affluence and a refurbished symbol of bygone wealth. The A-Type is a shining figurehead of unhindering elitism, surviving a decade of hardship for the financially incapable. Nothing says recession over like a car that dominated the Depression. Again, a really cool vehicle right there. We've also got the Mammoth Patriot Classic, which is based off of the Hummer H1. The slogan for this vehicle is reintroducing a certified classic from the Mammoth line of gas guzzlers and heavy off-road options. The Patriot Classic from the streets of 90s Liberty City to the South American theaters of the war on drugs. The Patriot Classic remains its reputation as the transportation of cross-continent capitalism, conquest, and retired veterans. Then you've got the PMP 600 based off of the Chrysler 300, which is available at Benny's. That's pretty cool. So theirs is for the little PMP and all of us, little pimp and all of us. So this is a beautiful vehicle, an amazing car. Obviously, I would love to see Rockstar reintroduce this vehicle from GTA 4. And then you've got the Bravado Kodiak, which is based off of the Ford 2017 Raptor. So that'd be a pretty cool truck right there. Bring on the frontier. That's pretty awesome in my opinion. Those 6 vehicles are really, really cool. Lots of diversity, lots of unique brands. I think that's awesome. We'd also be getting 3 new weapons, including the Fire Axe, which is pretty epic, the Snub Nose Revolver, which is kind of cool, and the Heavy Rifle, which has been in the game since day 1. So 6 new vehicles, 3 new weapons. That right there is kind of awesome. We'd also be getting a new treasure hunt as well. This one would be for the Winchester Repeater. So this would be for another Red Dead Redemption 2 treasure hunt that Rockstar could introduce. Just because the game is likely out, if an update like this does happen, doesn't mean they could still do something like this. So that would be the Winchester Repeater, a Red Dead Redemption 2 lost relic that we would get in Grand Theft Auto Online. So that right there is Grand Theft Auto Online, mounting bulls and riding bears. There's still a lot I didn't get to cover in this video. A lot of it dives into the specifics of like how the boss sack will work, you know, what missions will do what, and I'll leave a link to that in the description so you can ultimately check it out for yourself, because while it is very interesting, it's sort of hard for me to explain over a video. It's almost something you have to look at for yourself. So again, I'll leave a link to that in the description. He goes into amazing detail. I just think this is an incredible concept, and I think this is something Rockstar should totally add in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, if you think this is something Rockstar should add in Grand Theft Auto Online as well, this theme, let us know in the comments down below by dropping a like rating on this video. The more support this video gets, Rockstar might see it and say, hey, that's a really good idea. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.